Hey folks, this is Gray here. And have you ever wondered what type of food can you store in your car, be it a get home bag or an EDC bag, and the list goes on? Well, I'm going to answer that question in this video. So the biggest issue a lot of folks have is depending on where you live in the country, temperature fluctuations. Here in Florida, the temperature can get very hot, especially in your vehicle. So storing normal things like granola bars and certain types of foods can become an issue because they'll go rancid, they'll go bad, and when you need them in an emergency, you fall short. So in this video, I kind of want to talk about just one. There's several that you can use, but I'm going to talk about what I keep in my get home bag, which is always in my vehicle at all times because you never know when an emergency is going to present itself. So this is what I put in my bag, and I wanted to share it with you folks. And as always, I will look forward to your opinions down in the comments on types of foods that you might store in your get home bag or in your vehicle for emergencies. So my choice for emergency food for the vehicle is going to be these SOS rations. So in this video, I'm going to show you a couple of these. They have a couple of variations of them. I'm going to go over the basically the temperatures that they can withstand, how long they last, and we'll even open one up, show you what's inside, and I'll give you my honest opinion on how it tastes. But these that I found have been the best thing that I could put in a vehicle, and not to the aspect of just put it in there and forget about it, because it does have a 5-year shelf life. But there's several reasons why I choose this over some of the other things that folks might choose. Some people may choose stuff like Cliff bars or protein bars and stuff like this. And like this iteration of these guys is chocolate. And imagine that summer heat beating down on your vehicle, which vehicle temperatures can definitely fluctuate a lot. And you reach in there for something that you need to eat to consume for energy. And that resource is just mushy and nasty, and it's a lost resource. And then you're kind of like SOL in that situation. So some folks may use options, let's say like one of the nutrient survival MRE kits and keep those in there. Or maybe you'll use a Mountain House kind of like freeze dried food packet or whatnot, because of course it's freeze dried and heat and stuff like that's not going to be too much of an issue with you. But the main issue that I find with something, let's say with something that you need water for, that's the main thing. Maybe you don't have you're not readily accessible or have access to water. Something that you get. Now you can eat this out the bag, sure. Is it going to be as tasty as as heat and warmed up? Probably not so much, but you'll still get some of the nutrition out of whatever you decide to choose. And like I said, these work great, but I still think that the SOS bars are the most easiest possible meal to keep you going in an emergency situation. Let's say if you were to use it in a get home bag, that you would have to use it to get from point A to point B, and you need a certain amount of nutrition to get there, the carbs and some vitamins and whatnot to keep you moving, to give you the energy to get home. So anyways, enough of my rambling. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and we'll open one of these up, go over a little bit more of the specifications, if you want to call it specifications, but the breakdown of these guys. I'm not affiliated with these folks. This is just something that I choose. I will leave a link down in the description as well as a pinned comment if you're interested in these. Now, if you buy them individually on Amazon, you can buy them directly through the company, but you have to buy a lot per se. But if you want to buy them individually, they can be about 22 to 25 bucks a pack for just 9 bars. But if you buy them by the case, I think it's a case. I can't remember how many of them, but it'll be down. You can just check them out for yourself on the Amazon link. And I think it's like 65 bucks for that, and it's just a lot more cost effective. All right, folks, so let's kind of take a look at the SOS Food Labs emergency food rations. And they come in 2 different varieties. This is what a lot of people are used to seeing, these here. And this is one of the ones I'm opening up because I have a lot of these. But this is something that I keep in my vehicle. I mean, and I even have cases in my garage. And as you folks know, here in Florida, and probably a lot of other places, garages get extremely, extremely warm. These guys here, which is now my favorite, is something that I just started picking up. And this is the cinnamon version, just because I love cinnamon. I don't know if you guys can want to screenshot that. You guys can look at what's inside of it there and kind of go over that. They're vacuum sealed. There's, like I said, 9 bars in here. It's kind of, you can kind of tell in here. But we're going to open one of these up so that you guys can see. Now, all in all, let me give you some information in regards to these. So these products can survive anywhere at temperature ranges ranging from negative 20 degrees Fahrenheit to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. That is a wide gambit of temperature ranges that they can withstand. Plus, they have a 5-year shelf life. So on most places in the United States and abroad, most likely, these can be used and stored in lots of different places. It's not like your standard foods that you have to worry about these temperature fluctuations. Hence why I like to keep these in my get-home bag that's stored in the vehicle. One other key component to this that might be very, very important to some of you folks out there, these ready-to-eat bars, they don't promote thirst. You know what I mean? So when you're eating them, it doesn't make you thirsty. So that's a plus, depending on if you have water with you, which you should. And that's a whole nother ballgame in regards to water in itself, but and storing water in your vehicle, but we could do that in a different video. But it doesn't promote thirst like other things do. If you're eating like a peanut butter bar or something like that, that's going to make you kind of like, man, I'm really thirsty now after eating this. That's to me a big pro to having something like this in your vehicle. On their website, it'll say basically you get basically balanced nutrition, basically for your body to maintain some sort of performance, in trying to go from, like, again, point A to point B, and sorry to be redundant, but like if you're trying to, even if you're on a hike or something like that, this would also be something optimal, but you kind of get where I'm going, hopefully, with this product, because you need sustenance in order to keep on moving. You need that energy, you need that motivation, and this is a key component to what's going to help you get through that. Like I said, 5 years, they're vitamin enriched. These taste like a shortbread cookie, and this has a similar taste but with a cinnamon, and they don't require water. That's the biggest thing, is they don't require water. They're grab and go. You peel it open and you eat it per bar. I think, let me hear, I want to say, I think they're both the same. I think they're about 400 calories. Yeah, so that one says 410 per bar. That one's 400 calories per bar. Basically, I would be rationing myself because I'm in an emergency situation. So this would get me 72 hours because I would eat 3 a day, morning, mid-afternoon, and night. That's just my preference if I had to go that route. Having something is always going to be better than nothing. Again, they are vacuum sealed, and for some of the folks that are curious about the whole kosher thing, they are kosher certified. But like I said, the big thing is it doesn't make you thirsty. It can withstand extreme conditions and temperatures, and it gives you that boost of energy when you need it. All right, so let me open one of these up and show you what it looks like on the inside, because a lot of people will buy these products and never open it up, never taste it, and just kind of go from there. All right, with movie magic, now we have them open. So as you can see, they're kind of like a very soft shortbread cookie. They break easily, but they break apart and they're easy to digest. But that's kind of give you a look of how they look. Let me grab a couple of these. The camera will be a lot more happier so that you can see these. As you can see, they're a bit crumbly. Matter of fact, here, let me open one and let me not make a mess. So let me see if I can put something and break one apart for you so you can see. All right, I'm just going to use a magazine. This is one that I was munching on in this video, funny enough. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and open that up so that you can see the consistency of it. But it just easily breaks apart, you know what I mean? Just to kind of give you an idea how that looks. Break that down for you a little bit. Because a lot of people, like I said, a lot of folks will never open these things until an emergency presents itself. But that way that you can see some of the consistency of the material itself. And like I said, the taste is pretty decent. I don't have an issue with it. I had a friend over the other day, and he wanted to try one. And he said, yeah, they're not bad at all. But I'm going to see if I can get it closer up with that. Whoops, knocking the tripod around. But I'm trying to get hopefully the camera is doing a good job of giving you guys the idea of what they look like and the texture and so on and so forth. It's not like you're having a 4-course meal or some sort of extravagant, crazy, delicious thing. But this is going to get you through the tough times when you need to get through it and get home to your folks and your loved ones. And like I said, I've given this to my daughter and even my sons, and they do not have an issue when it comes to the flavor of that. It's just, like I said, almost like a cookie-like texture. But all in all, these things taste pretty good. Sorry to eat on camera, but I'm a bit hungry. But anyways, these things, like I said, this is an option for you folks out there who are looking for something to store in your vehicle that's not going to create an issue. Now, some folks may ask, Grey, once you open these up, will they last as long as they're sealed? Well, of course, anything that's going to be vacuum sealed is going to beat the test of time. So if you're going to end up opening them up, they're not as going to last as long. This one here is over 7 years old. This one that I opened up here, that's why I opened it up, because it said 5 years, but this one's 7 years old. And I decided to try that out, and it still tastes good, and they still look pretty decent. And if I get sick, I guess you guys will never see me again, but I highly doubt it. Anyways, folks, that is the SOS food rations. I will put, like I said, links in the description and all that jazz so that you guys can check them out. So when it comes to emergency food, this is my choice. Now, from you, the viewers, let me know your thoughts on something like this. Does something like this interest you in regards to something that you can put in your car for up to 5 years and that can withstand temperatures from -20 to, I think, almost 150 degrees Fahrenheit? If not, what would you choose to put in your get-home bag as a meal or a supplement to get you the energy and the vitamins that you need to get to point A to point B? Love to read your comments. Look forward to reading them. As always, I truly appreciate you folks taking the time to watch this video. And remember, folks, you are not alone. This is GreyMan. I'm out. I'll catch everyone on the rebound. God bless. And again, thank you so much for watching.